Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be creating an embellishment box. I have seen them all over and I really wanted to make my own. And so I thought that I would do that with you guys. I'm not going to be decorating the top of it. I'm just going to be making and filling the inside of it. So to start off, I went to the dollar store and I purchased a few of these from the dollar store. Storage bins in my dollar store. They were by the craft section. So I purchased a few of those, and I also purchased these from the dollar store. They're just little tins. They're perfect for, or they're just little storage containers. They're perfect for holding sequins or gems that you might want to share in your embellishment box. And I also purchased the shredded, obviously. Those are the only three things that I bought for these. Everything else I already had or I will be making. So to start off, I like to fill up my box with the shredded. I just like to put some of it in each section and make it look kind of pretty. I did try making this without the shredded, but I didn't like the way that it looked. It looked too boring to me. So I went about adding the shredded because to me it helped it to appear nicer. It helped the look of it, I thought. And we're gonna stick these in there. All right, so without taking too much of our time, we're gonna fill those. We can always play around with them later too. But to start off, we're just gonna start by filling it with a few things that I already have. That I don't have to make, so we can start there. So the first thing that's going in is some crocheted doilies. They make really nice add-ons to packages or cards or whatever you're making. I'm just gonna put those in there. Next thing is some resin hearts. I think they're resin. I'm not sure. I got them at Hobby Lobby a while back, and I never ended up using them for the project that I wanted to use them for, so I thought I would share. I really liked the look of them, and I think that they add to the embellishment box. All I did was I cut apart the plastic and left them on the plastic because they are adhesive backed. Okay, so there is that. Then the next step, or the next thing I'm going to do is I have these little containers. Let's see. I have some gems. I have different kinds of gems that I'm including in my boxes. But they're all sorts of different. Each one is one color, and they're all sorts of different sizes in the container. So like this one is kind of a holographic color. And I have a bunch of different sizes in there. I don't know if you can tell, but on the bottom, there's even some teeny tiny little ones. And then this one is like kind of a bluish gray color, which I kind of liked. So I got those in there. And then in this box, I have some bridal type sequins with glass beads and seed beads, and then a bunch of different sizes of, there's some chunky glitter, and then there's some different size sequins in there. I'm gonna put that in there. Then the next thing that we have here is we have a little heart, or a little bow. It's a very dimensional type bow, so it's a fun little embellishment, and it is cut from glitter paper, so it's very, very sparkly as well. Let's see if I can put, there we go. It's a very sparkly. All right, then Let's see. The next thing that I have is I have some tags that are cut. And these are cut from one of my favorite Premade papers that I got from Hobby Lobby. I cannot remember the collection, but I just love the roses. They're so pretty. And they're held together with a rose gold paper clip. Then I have some washi samples. I first have a pink pack with some flowers and some gold. This is pink and gold. And then I have a bluish pack. This is sort of like a wedding set, but I thought it was shabby enough. It does have some things that kind of might be wedding, like this one here. It's rings on the gold, but I mean, rings could be for any time, really. And then this one here says bride and groom. And this one says husband and wife, but the rest of them are gold and blue on that one. Alrighty. And then the last thing that is pre-made. Oh wait, not the last thing. Second to last thing that's pre-made, or that's already done, but I did them. I cut these out of 110-pound cardstock so that they were nice and sturdy. They can be colored or inked, or you could even stamp them with Versamark and then gold emboss them or heat emboss them, however you wanted. They're nice and sturdy. They're just little butterflies, and there's about 5 of them. A nice little collection of die-cut butterflies from my die-cut machine. And then I have these doilies, which I cut out on my die-cut machine too. That one was my favorite. But then we have that guy, and that guy, and then this guy. So just a little collection of 4 doilies. So I'm going to put those in there, and they're on white, but they're all 110 pound, so you could easily recolor them. You could ink them however you wanted to, whatever you wanted to do to them, so that they are very adjustable. Then the last thing that we have is a collection or a roll of cream colored crocheted ribbon. It's from the paper source. It's from Hobby Lobby. I bought them when they were like 25 cents. It's just, what do you get? A yard, 1.33 yards. And so instead of just putting this in there, I didn't really like that. I rolled them on a punch that I cut. This is supposed to be a tab thing, but it makes a really good ribbon holder too. So I'm going to put that in there. And, okay, that's it for the pre-made things. Next, we have to do the made things. So the first thing that I've done is I have a collection, or I did 2 little, oops, let's see here. Okay. So I did 2 little rosettes, one with some, what is this called? Tulle behind it. And it's cut from a shimmery, kind of iridescent-y paper. Excuse me, I have the hiccups there. Then I cut one the same size, but I just punched a circle at the beginning of each, or at the top of each scallop. So it looked pretty. I'm going to put those in there, right there. And I did most of mine in white, with a few exceptions of color in the washies, and the flowers are neutral colored too. But I wanted the whole box to kind of be shabby-ish, but I couldn't find colors that I liked. So I sort of used pink as my accent, and then these are just kind of there. I guess I take it back. I sort of used pink and blue because I have the blue flowers. But anyways, and you'll see I have the blue clothespin. So the next thing is that I created clothespins to go into here. So here's one of them. And what these are is that they are picture holders. So you clip the picture in there, and they're big and thick enough that they can stand up on your desk and hold your pictures. And cute little shabbiness there. So we're going to make these. I'm going to show you how I made those. And in case you're wondering, that's my beautiful daughter when she was so little. She's 19 now, but it can hold pictures of all sizes, just like that. And that's my puppies. She's 3 now, so she's not really puppy anymore either, but you know. All right, anyway, so we're gonna make these first, and then we're gonna make a tassel. And then our embellishment box will be full. So let's start with our paper clip. Now here I have a pink one. And what I did do, here's another blue one that I did. I painted these paper clips. They are from Hobby Lobby. They look like this when you get them. They're nice, thick, sturdy paper clips. But I painted them. First I painted them with a vanilla, I think it was called. Kind of a light, creamy white color, okay? And then I mixed in a little bit of pink, and I did I'm making 3 of these boxes. So I did 3 in pink, and I did 3 in blue, so that they were sort of the colors that I wanted, I guess, so to speak. But anyways, I think it looks okay. It looks shabby and pretty. Then I took my modeling paste and my polka dot stencil, and I polka dotted them, which I really like. I think it's very pretty. However, in the finished product, you can barely see it, so I'm not going to waste my time and do it to the rest of them, because it hardly shows up. I mean, you can kind of see it a little bit there if you lift those, but it's not something that shows up, so to me, it's not something I need to do. So let's just go ahead and decorate these. I'm going to decorate them almost the same. But, so we're going to start out. I took this lace that I have here. I cut 2 pieces of it off, just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to stick that aside. I'm going to cut them apart. Okay. Just like that. And then I've got here, this is a Recollections rose. And I've got, well, somewhere around here I've got, here we go. This is a Hobby Lobby rose. These are super tiny. Okay. And then on the blue one, I used gold baker's twine. And on the pink one, I'm using pink baker's twine. And I'm only doing that, in my box, I tried to tie everything together. So in the tassel that we're going to make, we're going to use pink and gold baker's twine as well. So that's why I'm using these 2. Just so that everything's kind of tied together. I'm just going to wrap this around my finger a couple of times. That's good. Then I'm going to pull it off and separate all the loops, and then kind of pinch and twist at the top. And that guy's going up there. Okay. So let's start off by putting this together. We're going to start off with one piece of the lace, and that's going to hang off the top there a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and put this, and that's going to just kind of dangle there a bit. And then I also want to grab just a little bit of this thin little pearl, and I'm going to stick that in the hot glue that's on there. Okay. There we go. Then I'm going to take this piece here and he's going to go right about there. Little offset. There we go. Then I've got this piece, and if you wanted to, you could shimmer it. I did shimmer the other ones that I did, but I'm not going to shimmer this one, and I'll tell you why in a second. I'm going to take this guy, and he's going to go right there, and this one is just going to fit right in there. So first this guy, right there. Then this guy is just going to slide right in there. And there we go. Now you can see how easy that was to make. Man, it was easy. Super simple. Very little work, but for major payoff. I just pre-painted everything and it looks so pretty. And it looks so pretty with a picture in it just hanging out on your desk. It looks so, doesn't that look pretty? Looks super pretty. Here, let's put an older picture of my daughter in here. A little more recent. There's my daughter, a little more recent. Anyways, super pretty. Let's not waste too much time on that. The next step that I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little bit of stickles around I think my pink stickles might be dried a little bit. Anyways, I'm just going to put a little around the edges just to kind of shabby up that flower a little bit. And what am I using? This is called cotton candy. It does look like I'm almost out. But anyways, so there's our two little paper clip, or two little clothespins. So you can see how pretty they look in there. Very pretty, huh? Okay, I'm going to take this one out because I don't want the stickles to get on everything. Alright, so then lastly, let's do our tassel. It's the most time-consuming part of the whole box, I think, but very rewarding because in the end it's quite pretty. So we're going to start off with a little bit of prep work. All we have to do is cut, and I've done a tiny bit of prep. So I've got this lace here. I want to cut all my pieces to the same size. Got this lace here. I've got two pieces of laces. Now normally I would use more lace. Unfortunately, I only have gathered lace that would work, or that I like for this, and I can't use gathered lace because I don't like the way that looked. So we're just going to go with this much lace, and it's going to be pretty anyways. Okay. Then I'm going to take, so I've cut two pieces of lace. I've cut 5 lengths of the pink baker's twine, a length of the small pearls, and if I can find the end again, a length of the bigger pearls, string of pearls, because nothing says shabby like pearls. Shabby chic like pearls. Okay. Then I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit of this gold baker's twine. This is from Hobby Lobby. No, I'm sorry. It's from Michael's. From Christmas time. I think I got it for like 50 cents. It was way clearanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I've got 5 lengths of each of the colors of baker's twine, and then I've got a length of each size of the pearl, and 2 lengths of lace. And then the last thing that I'm adding is 1 length of seam binding. Now, a tassel can be whatever you want it to be. And I'm going to start off by telling you right away that there are probably easier ways of making tassels. This is just how I did it. And I am sure that there are tons and tons of articles on how to do them online. Okay. The next thing I needed was I'm going to use a D-ring for my end, and then I need my pink baker's twine back. Okay. So one thing that I learned through trial and error, is I do work through trial and error a lot. If I leave my baker's twine together like this, it will stay together like that in my thing. So what I want to do is I want to gradually build this up. I don't want to build it up just each thing together because I want them to be separate. My baker's twine will stick together if I put them all in there in a loop or in a hunk. Oh, let's put these and this guy, and then let's put our last lace and some baker's twine. Whoops. Some baker's twine and there we go. Then we're going to try to find the center, and I like to, this is just how I do it. Again, there are probably better ways. Like I said, I'm going to find my center and push it through the D-ring. Then I'm going to pull that through, and that is what my tassel is going to look like. And you can see, because I put these all on together, they're all sticking together, but that's okay. All right. I'm just going to try to spread those out a little bit. All right, so then the next step then is to, this piece is bugging me. He wasn't very level. There we go. All right. So now we take our baker's twine. We're going to start off with a length of it. I'm going to make one length of it a little bit longer than the length of my tassel. Okay. Then I'm going to take the other side of it, and I'm going to very tightly wrap it around my ribbons and my lace and everything on there very tightly. Then I'm going to take both of the pieces, bring them to the back, and we're going to tie them. Very tight again. I'm going to tie it 3 times. And then, there we go. I like to let it dangle with the rest, but I don't want them to be that much longer, whoops, than the rest of the pieces. So there we go. We have created a lovely tassel. And what you can do is you can give it a little bit of a haircut when you're done. Just kind of take it down. I don't want them all to be exactly the same size, but I also don't want any to be really long, or also sometimes they get kind of straggly at the end, especially the seam binding. But there's our tassel. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. And you can make it longer, shorter, you can make it any size that you want. And the great part about this is that you can make it any color that you want. If you want to use a different color, use a different color baker's twine to make it better, you can definitely do that. All right, so then let's grab our box here. I'm going to take our box, and then this guy is going to go right in the leftover spot. Prettiness there. And there we go. There we have our created box. Now all I have left to do is to decorate the top up, and we are good to go. Oh, I still have to put the other clothespin in there. But once I decorate the top, it's ready to go. Now, what I'm wondering is if anybody wants to do a swap for this lovely little box. She's all ready to go, so if you want to swap with me you swap an embellishment box for my embellishment box, that would be great. Just leave me a comment down below and I will let you know if I can do it. I think I can pick up to 2 people. So the first 2, I will pick you and we will do a swap together. I'm very excited. All right, and I will see you all again very soon for another video.